Welcome, student. We are studying this beginning of the freedom movement. Okay, freedom struggle or freedom struggle. In Indian freedom struggle, the establishment of the Indian National Congress is an important event because Indian National Congress, the members of Indian National Congress played an eminent role in the freedom movement. But as the policy of the Britishers following divide and rule, they divided this party also because of the control or a hold of the party goes towards the extremist. So it was not fair for the British rule in India. So they started to divide Congress, and after some time, they successfully divided Congress into moderates and extremists. The leader of the extremist was Lokmanya Tilak, and of the moderates there are many prominent persons like Motilal Nehru, the father of the first prime minister, that is Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, um, uh, who are the prominent leader among the moderates. Okay, the way of moderate is to take the participations in the or become a member of legislature and making the law and put the views on the table. This was the moderates view, but the extremist doesn't agree with this um, uh, with this we can say style of work or cooperating the Britishers. They did not like this way, so they started opposing under the leadership of Lokmanya Tilak. So let us continue with this point, that is the all Indian leaders who were politically aware kept aside their differences of caste, religion, language, province, and gathered on a single platform, that is the Indian National Congress. There were unanimous decisions regarding the objectives of the Congress and taking forward the movement by constitutional means, but there were differences regarding the working system. These were ideological differences. From these differences, two main political groups were formed: the moderates, who advocated peaceful and constitutional manners, and extremists, who believed in severe struggle for attainment of the freedom. Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, and Bipin Chandra Pal were the believed to be the extremist leader. So Tilak is considered as a father of Indian unrest. In the early period, the extremist leader for bringing political awakening among the Indians used the methods like newspaper, national festivals, national education, Kesari and Maratha were newspapers through which the Lokmanya Tilak made severe criticisms of the suppressive policy of British. In Bengal province, Amrut Bazar Patrika was a mouthpiece of the extremist ideology. By forgetting the internal differences, people should come together and exchange their ideas. Common people should get as inspiration inspirations from contributions of national personalities with these objectives. Tilak started organizing the Shiv Jayanti and Ganeshotsav for political reason. If people comes together, then government will ban them. But for the religious reason, if the people come together, the government will never not ban them. Was his opinion. So, for the purpose of getting starting the freedom struggle or gathering the people, Lokmanya Tilak started Ganeshotsav, Sarvajanik Ganeshotsav, and the Shiv Jayanti Utsav. So peoples can come on the basis of the religion. So government can't do anything on this at this occasion. So this was the idea behind these Ganeshotsav and Shiv Jayanti. But the Britishers were known this this ideology. So to suppress this ideology, they arrest Tilak, Lokmanya Tilak, and imprison him in Mandale in Brahmadesh, where Tilak wrote Gita Rahasya. Its core was philosophy of Karma Yoga and stressed that people should always be in action. The extremist leader established education institutions for creating the generation concerned about own language and tradition. The extremist leaders were of the opinion that if lakhs of people take part in the freedom movement and the challenge the British government by struggling against them, only then success will be achieved. They unanimously believed that the movement should be made more severe, but they did not adopt the means of armed revolutions, rather insisted for an extensive public agitation. The moderates laid the foundation of the freedom movement, and extremists carried forward this movement. In 1897 in Pune, the epidemic of plague had spread on the large scale. Hundreds of people were died due to this. An officer named Rand was appointed. The plague patients were searched out and oppressive measures were adopted. As a revenge, the Chafekar brothers assassinated Rand. The government tried to connect relations of Lokmanya Tilak with this conspiracy. They wanted to imprison Mr. Tilak and suppress their ideology. After being unsuccessful, the government imprisoned Tilak with revenge. Partition of Bengal. The British decided to use the policy of divide and rule to create a rift between Hindus and Muslim community. The then Viceroy Lord Curzon contributed to it. Bengal was a large province. To carry out the work of the province was difficult for administrative point of view. By putting up this reason, in 1905 he declared the partition of Bengal province. With this partition, arrangements was made such that majority Muslims were remain in East Bengal and West Bengal for the majority of Hindus. The hidden strategy of the British was if the Hindu Muslims were divided due to the partitions, then the freedom movement will be weakened. Anti-partition movement. There were public awakening against partition, not only in Bengal but all over India. 16th October, the day of partition, was observed as a national mourning day. All over India, there were protest meetings to condemn the government's decision. Vande Mataram came to be sung everywhere as a symbol of unity. Raksha Bandhan programs were held. Students in a large number boycotted government school and colleges and participated in the movement. Leadership of this movement was in the hand of Surendranath Banerjee, Anand Mohan Bose, Rabindranath Tagore, and such other leaders. So, I just read this lesson because there are many events and many things are happened in the history. But okay, and the leadership of this movement were under the Surendranath Banerjee, Anand Mohan Bose, Rabindranath Tagore. In such the extent of the Indian National Congress increased due to anti-partition movement. It became a national movement owing to the severity, the dissatisfactions. The British annulled the partition of Bengal. 4-point program of the Indian National Congress. Gopal Krishna Gokhale was the president of Indian National Congress session of 1905. He supported the anti-partition movement. Dadabhai Naoroji was the president of 1906 session. For first time, he pronounced the word Swaraj from the stage. In his presidential speech, he gave the message that remain united, try sincerely, and fulfill the aim of Swaraj. This is the picture of Dadabhai Naoroji. Basically, these Parsis were loyal to the government, okay, but Britishers used this community to strengthen their hold. So they introduced many persons on the platform of the platform of this Indian National Congress. So at the time, Congress get some movement against started some movement against Britishers, but the leadership remains the loyal with the Britishers. So this type of confused situations created by this Indian National Congress. India will get the respectable positions among the developed countries. So they are imagine these persons or a congressmen at that time started to imagine and having the respectable positions among the developed countries. The country which is under the rule of the foreign rule, that country or that party decided to put the India in a respectable position. Without freedom, it's a strange, but at that time this leadership of the Congress started this freedom movement against Britishers. Okay. Swaraj, Swadeshi, and national education's boycott. These 4-point programs was unanimously accepted by the Indian National Congress. Due to Swadeshi movement, we will be self-sufficient. To follow the path of Swadeshi, we need to bring together capital, resources, and manpower. Such other forces, and from this benefited the country, could be achieved. It, it was decided that the boycotting of the foreign goods is the first step, and boycott the foreign rule will be the next one. Due to boycott, we will be able to attack the root of the British imperialism, was the opinion of the some of the leader. So this is the opinion. Basically, there is a differences which Britishers created, and that becomes the reason for the failure of this movement. Okay, but they started a good cause for of this movement of Swadeshi. Babu Kenu sacrificed his life uh, for this purpose. This is the, look at the picture. This is the Gopal Krishna Gokhale, uh, who started the Servants of India Society in 1905 to create the love for the country, teach them sacrifice of self-interest, and differences between the religion and caste should be destroyed, and to create the social harmony, spread of the education. These were the main objectives of the Servants of India Society. Differences between moderates and extremists. So, the Britishers become aware of this Indian National Congress movements. Okay, for then they started their policy of divide and rule. So they divide this Congress into moderates and extremists. Okay, there was the session which held in Surat in 1907. The moderates were trying to keep aside the resolutions of Swadeshi and boycott. So these persons are these persons of moderates, what we call moderates, were taking care of the British rule does not harm. So they opposed Swadeshi movement and boycotting British goods. So they oppose these things. Okay. So these are the loyalty they paid for the Britishers on the stage of Congress. Extremist, the congressman, the extremist under the leadership of Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Surendranath Banerjee, Firoz Shah Mehta, such are the moderates leaders, blamed that the extremist leaders are trying to capture the Indian National Congress. Lala Lajpat Rai tried to act as a mediator. As per the Tilak's opinion, Indian National Congress was a national platform, hence it should not be divided. During this session, the tensions increased, and since no compromise was possible, finally there were a split in the National Congress. Suppression of the British. After anti-partition movement, the government was disturbed. So this lesson is very lengthy. Okay, so we read these lessons having an ideology. Okay, concept. Suppression of the British. After anti-partition movement, the government was disturbed, looking at the influential public protest. So, under the leadership of these extremists, the peoples were started to gathering against Britishers, and many agitations were come into uh, come into existence against Britishers. To control this movement, the government used the policy of suppression. Holding a public meeting was legally banned. Strict punishments were given to those who broke the law. School children were also beaten up. So it is a ruthless rule of the Britishers started to suppress this movement. Many restrictions were imposed on the newspaper. Many printing presses were confiscated on the grounds of blaming or criticizing the government. Writers and editors were imprisoned. Strict actions were taken against the extremist leader. This leads to severe reactions in Bengal, and the revolutionaries adopted the mean of firing bomb blast, etc. These bomb attacks were advocated through the Kesari newspaper by Lokmanya Tilak. The charge of these seditions was put on Lokmanya Tilak and exiled to the Mandale jail at Myanmar for 6 years in imprisonment. Bipin Chandrapal was sentenced to jail, and Lala Lajpat Rai was deported from Punjab. Establishment of Muslim League. British become very disturbed looking at the overwhelming response to this Indian National Congress in an anti-partition movement. The British once again followed the policy of divide and rule. They started using the propaganda that for safeguarding the interest of Muslims, they should have a separate political organization. Due to the motivations of the British government, the Committee of Upper Class Muslims under the leadership of Aga Khan were made Governor General Lord Minto. Due to the motivations from Minto and other officers, the Muslim League was established in 1906. Morley-Minto Act. There was a dissatisfaction among the Indians regarding the work of the British government. The Indians felt the reason of poverty in India was the economic policy of the British. Oppressive policy of Lord Curzon, exclusion of the education Indian in government services, unjust behavior towards the Indian in Africa, all this added to the dissatisfactions among the Indian people as the temporary remedy on the discontent among the Indians. The Morley-Minto Reform Act of 1909 was passed. According to this act, it increased the number of Indian members in the legislative assembly and the provision of inclusion of some elected Indians representative. The legislative assembly was made. So they started to develop some institutions and making some laws to make a proper rule or make a strong hold over India. They started suppressing Indians, okay, exploiting them. So we will continue with this lesson into the next lecture. Okay, now we will stop here. Okay.